What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And it's been like so much hysteria over this fact of the power-ups, and it's like, oh my god, EA Sports is removing power-ups. We can no longer get that +1. And it's like, yo, G, what are we gonna do? I don't know what to do. Let me just go ahead and break it down for you guys really quickly, right? So what happened was we did the video yesterday, and a lot of you guys were asking about the fact that there's no power-up symbol. Like right here, usually a power-up symbol, there's nothing there. We saw when RG did his stream like a week ago. Bro, who's that? Is that Bobby Schmurda? Like, why did it just pop in? Like, just disregard that. But either way, right? They had letters that were at the bottom of some of the cards, and everybody's like, yo, what is EA doing? So let me just say this right now, right? EA Sports has come a long way as far as Madden Ultimate Team, removing things that we don't like and adding things, right? So one of the things that used to be in the game, like injuries and contracts and all the stuff, like it was always weird, and they finally got rid of that and they introduced us to training, all right? Now, I'm gonna tell you this right now. It is no way possible that EA Sports just says, you know what? Let's eliminate this cash cow of training and just not let them do it and, you know, just go after the card. Because remember, as much as you guys may think that, you know, they'll make more money if they just charge more for the elites, it doesn't work out that way. Because every time that you power a card up and you see that the card is terrible and you power them down, like I'm the raid sell king. It doesn't matter where you go. Like everybody knows, raid selling, bro, you walk wrong. You know what I'm saying? You bust a fart in the locker room, I'm raid selling you. Like I'm different with my MUT team. They're on pins and needles, right? So I'm always raid selling a player. They make a lot off of me because I lose training every time I do that. Also, it was obscene the amount of training that they were charging, you know, for a lot of these other players as we got closer to like the legend status and different things like that. As the year goes on, everything gets crazy. So, you know, I don't know if it's sort of like we're getting the lower level players like from the base power up and we could add training to a certain amount. And that's getting them aggravated that we get, like, we can still get a version of the player without actually getting the player. You know, that type of thing. Because some of you guys are like, yo, gee, you know, they're probably going to make more money if they do it this way. I don't really believe so. They have to find a way in order to make training more lucrative, right? Or they're going to do something else. Like, don't just think that they're removing it and it's like it's gone. Because I'm telling you, it's like we determine the market, right? So like Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry, I already told you guys in my previous halfback reveal video, those are my top two. Like Nick Chubb and all this other stuff that's going on, I'm not really concerned with these other guys. You know what I'm saying? Like Derrick Henry is the guy for me. Like he's absolutely the guy. Like he's what I'm looking to go after in the game, right? So if we just say we just get his card, right? And the power up is built in, like some of the you know, the Christmas promos and the Thanksgiving promo that they had where you actually add the training inside the card and now the elite itself is the power-up, that would be fine also. That, you know, that wouldn't be that big of a deal. You could still continue the path with it. Them removing that from it, though, doesn't really matter is what my point is, because you're going to have other ways to use training. Now, we don't know if at the launch the training variety pack is going to be there, but I just assume, right, because they told us that training is in the game, that there's going to be more use for it in other avenues. Now, some of you guys are bringing the fact about, you know, yo, gee, what about like the strategy cards? You know, what about strat cards? They haven't mentioned it yet. We have to wait for that special stream. That once they do that stream and they let us know exactly what they're planning, I think we're going to be all set in that regard. Other than that, there's not much more going on. There's honestly not a lot of stuff that's happening. So we just have to really like stay even keel as they release the stuff. Because again, somehow, some way, they're going to be able to utilize the training. And remember this, right? You remember how they said that all the tier 1 abilities are free? It's sort of like they're gearing up to give us something else that's going to cost us more by removing things that usually cost us. Because if you guys play the game, you guys know about the tier 1 abilities. You guys understand the way that the game is formatted. You know, tier 1 abilities are not usually the good ones. Unless you're like using like something for the stamina, you know, basic stuff, it's not really good ones. So it's not like they're giving us anything good, because until you get later in the game where the cards are a lot better, what are the good tier 1 abilities anyway? So it sounds good, but it's sort of like they're planning on doing a whole nother system of making us utilize currency to build our teams. Whether it's going to be more difficult to build a theme team, adding specific attributes to the entire team. Maybe they bring back John Madden coach. The strategy cards may cost more to power up. You see what I'm saying? it's no way they just eliminate it. But then again, they could keep the cards like the elites the way they are and then introduce other cards that are power-ups. Because maybe the elites no longer power up. You know, I was thinking about that, like maybe only like cards that have, you know, different statuses or maybe part of a promo will be able to be utilized for the power-up. But it's just, I just want you guys to understand, like very, very simplistic, like it's so simplistic to understand. Unless you believe, like, and if you're a younger kid and I'm saying this, I don't mean to like make you not believe in Santa Claus, but if you're an older dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might as well believe that pigs can fly too. And Santa's coming down chimneys and he just be mad clean. Like, chimneys are very, very dirty no matter how much you clean them. So Santa shouldn't look like that when he's in your living room. Like, he should have, you know, some kind of dirt on him or so, you know what I'm saying? Something from the burns. Like, but again, if your imagination is like that, that's fine. But I'm always going to tell you like what I'm feeling, and I honestly believe that EA is going to do, you know, they're going to do something else. They're going to bring something else into the game. They're going to introduce a newer version of what we're already doing, and then that's going to determine how it goes, you know, pretty much how it goes going forward. Because it's no way possible that we're just going to eliminate the fact that the cards get better with training to just saying, you know what, keep your elite, and then you only use training to do training variety packs or, you know, specific things in specific, you know, in the tiers or whatever, when you're adding abilities. It just seems too cheap. And it's like, you know how it's like they're trying to get over on you? Like, as soon as I seen it, I'm like, okay. Like, I just, you know, that meme face? Who was that? Omar Epps with the meme face? Like, all right, bro. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you guys really gonna take away training. Meanwhile, I'm rate selling the dude every 5 minutes. So I wouldn't lean too much into that. My plan still remains the same. I'm going to give you guys the blueprint to what we're going to be doing at launch. Even if he stays at an 84 speed, that is more than enough to go for 6 at launch in Madden 23. Trust me when I tell you this, bro, because most of the other cards, the faster cards, even with all the crazy boost and wild stuff, it probably would make like maybe 90, 91 speed maybe. So even if you break away, the way the game played in the beta, I don't believe they're just going to allow you to get caught. Like, I honestly don't believe that that's going to happen. We have to wait to see. A lot of fine-tuning has happened, so we have to just kind of, you know, sit back, relax, and wait it out a little bit, and then try to figure it out together. But, again, I still believe that, you know, these two cards are the top running backs that are elite, that are in the game. Remember, disregarding Legends and disregarding Barry Sanders. As you go further down the list that I showed you guys before, they get a lot slower, or they lose power or whatever. I just think JT and, you know, Derrick Henry are the best right now. That's my thought process with it. So I wouldn't worry too much about the power-up symbol. Just, you know, just relax, because they're going to be revealing more stuff this Thursday, and you'll see probably what their path is with it. Either way, if we don't have power-ups, we're going to have to use training in another variety of ways that's going to make them money. You know, however they're going to want us to use it, they're still going to make money off of it. Or they're going to introduce a whole nother currency. This is in-game live service. They have to make money somehow, and I doubt that they would be willing just to go based on the cards. That's pretty much my assessment of the power-ups. I think they'll still be there somehow with some kind of use. Let me know what your thoughts are with it, and I'm going to get back at you guys soon, bro. You guys enjoy your day. Stay blessed. Until next time. One love, y'all.